Hey everybody, we're back. It is I, the sublimely magnificent Big Ugly himself, Omari Ellis, or FeoGrande, or whatever you want to call me, and I'm joined once again by my buddy Jazz.
Jazz from Same
Jazz,
Difference.
exactly, from Same Difference. I started to say it, you cut me off this time, but yeah, Same Difference. I
You
got
started to
you.
say what? You started to say what?
Same Difference, but you cut me off when you
No,
said it.
Simply Dangerous.
Oh, last week? Yeah, Simply Dangerous. That's what I said last week. Simply Dangerous. Oops. Yeah, Same Difference.
Simply Dangerous.
All
That is okay.
right.
Like I said, the only thing close to my channel being Simply Dangerous from Same Difference is SB.
Yeah?
Because by that logic, you could have called it like Suck a Dick or some shit.
Not gonna go there. All right, so we're back, and last week we had the review for Tree of Might, and in it we were talking about how much we liked it and how bad we thought the first two movies were by comparison. Although apparently I went and looked at the previous review, at least for World's Strongest, and apparently we actually liked World's Strongest. We actually liked World's Strongest more than Dead Zone.
I was surprised because in the last week, I was saying that I thought I remembered World's Strongest being worse than Dead Zone. Well, I'll be damned.
No, we're like, I like this better than this one. In fact, I'd give it a 7. Oh, yeah, I think I agree. Give it a 7. It's hilarious. Anywho, that's 3 years ago for you, So here we are. Anyway, we're here with Lord Slug. Don't need to have as long of an intro this time. Probably not as long of a video either. Guess we
Agreed.
can kind of just hop into it. Unless you want something you gotta say.
I don't even think I really have to say. You go. You seem to be going down the road, so keep steering the car.
All right. So, we opened this movie not with Piccolo beating up rocks, not with a camp trip, but instead Piccolo just sitting in front of a waterfall. And
Who did
then,
we open it with on the last
of
one?
course, we get one of the most random damn things ever as Gohan and of course Icarus come in and they just start like, "Hey Piccolo, hey Piccolo," and they just start dancing.
Look what
Random
we've been
as fuck.
practicing.
Look at what we've been doing. And I reiterate, I hate Kid Gohan. I hate him. And like just seeing this scene, that's the first thing I thought was, oh my god, I hate you. And Piccolo's just like, "Ugh, this is terrible." I'm like, I agree. I agree, Piccolo. This is terrible.
I think we both probably had the same reaction when we watched this. We were like, Gohan and Icarus doing random dumb shit again.
Great.
Thank you, Akira Toriyama.
Great.
What the fuck?
Fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. More Icarus.
But
He didn't spend like 80% of the movie on the screen. So
and I was gonna say that again,
the scene matters. It does. We'll get to
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Just like in Tree of Might, all
Yeah,
the bullshit. gets
the
payoff.
scene matters. We'll get to it.
Right.
But they don't know that. You don't know that at the beginning of the movie. You just see
At the
Kid
beginning of the
Gohan
movie,
and Icarus dancing and annoying the fuck out of Piccolo, and it's like, what the hell are you doing here?
especially if you've seen Tree of Might, then you really are like, more of this random bullshit. Thank you.
Exactly. So then we move on and we go, and I believe there's the announcement that there's a meteor or something coming toward the planet.
Was about to fuck Earth up.
Yeah, and about to destroy it. And they've gotta try and stop it and divert it. And it just cuts to something that was hilarious to me, like while Kakarot and Krillin are on their way to it, it just shows like the meteor destroyed the planet. And I'm like, well, movie over. Oh,
I know. I
get
saw
it.
that. I saw that. I was like, when I saw that, I said, "This is definitely fake."
Yeah, it's just-
whatever.
It's
There's
like,
no way.
yeah, but I still like the joke. I'm still okay with that joke. It's always funny. It's like, well, movie over. Okay, yep, it's a simulation. And that's what would happen if that meteor hits the planet.
And then the news anchor was like, "So if you're like me, you want to get the fuck out of here."
Pretty much. It was pretty fun. I liked it. And Kakarot's like, "Okay, Krillin, we gotta divert it. Just enough energy to move it out the way, cause it's inhabited, and we don't want to kill everybody on it." And my thing is, I was wondering, can't you just blow it up, make sure it doesn't hit Earth, and then res everybody you just killed with the Dragon Balls?
Well, see, did you hear what Krillin said when Goku said that we're just going to redirect it, don't destroy it? Krillin said, "Can we blow it up?" And then Goku was like, "Yeah, but what about the people who are probably in that thing?"
That's what I'm saying. And
Oh,
my
okay.
thing is, can't you just, that's why I said, can't you just res
Oh,
those people that you just killed with the Dragon Balls and be like, hey, we had to save our planet. Yeah, we killed you and you can't come back again. But you know what? You probably weren't going to anyway. If you destroyed Earth when you landed.
because they didn't know that the people in that thing were, as terrible as Lord
Yeah.
Slug people were. So
And
they would have been
then,
like, just bring them back. I got you.
so
I
they
got
try to shoot it with enough power only to divert it and not destroy. And it doesn't do anything.
you.
Wasn't nearly enough. They probably should have tried destroying it. So it crashes, and it's like, holy shit, volcanoes are erupting, oceans are flooding, everything's going crazy, earthquakes are happening, this is a hell of a crash. And, all of a sudden people walk out, oh hell, Lord Slug, supreme ruler of the universe.
And then the people just laughed at their ass, like, get the hell out of here.
I laughed at him. I'm like, how many supreme rulers of the universe can you have? It's like, oh hell, Lord Frieza, supreme ruler of the universe. Oh, he has a dad, King Cold.
He has a brother.
He has a brother, Cooler. Okay, sure, whatever. And now we got Lord Slug, who's supreme ruler of the universe. Again, whatever. Although I will say, I like the whole, I found the comedic thing of, how he handled his underlings pretty funny. Just the whole,
I mean,
how long will it take?
I'll say we'll get to it, but I actually really enjoyed most of this movie.
Yeah, it's like, how long will this take? 10 days. Ah!
Yeah,
How long will
yeah,
this
that's what
take?
it is.
If I say 3 days, will you let me live? Yes. It will take 3 days, sir. Excellent.
The 10 days thing, what he said was, how long will it take? And he said, well, how long, would be good to say? And he was like, well, if I say 3 days, how long will it take? 10 days.
It was hilarious. Like, I don't want to die. Tell me
And
the
he had
truth.
somebody right there to take his place, right?
Tell me the truth, damn it. It'll take this long. Die. Lie to me, damn it. Okay, well, it's gonna be, it's gonna be this long. It's like, meanwhile, the soldiers are like, you guys are gonna submit to Lord Slug. And I'll be honest, it's like, wait a second. Gohan actually goes in, takes the initiative, and starts kicking some ass without crying and running away or anything. And I'm like, this is cool. Gohan's actually doing this. But this is, at the same time, exactly how you could explain how this particular movie isn't canon. You know how we were talking about last time? It's like, oh, this ain't canon. It's like, wait, Gohan taking the initiative and not running away like a little bitch first? Well, that's how this isn't canon.
He was whooping some serious ass with the soldiers, man.
Yeah.
For real.
And then Chi-Chi comes in. She kicks one too.
A little ass too.
And he's like, good going, Mom. She's like, well, of course. It runs in the family. Which brought up a good point. It's like, Chi-Chi, you're right. Fighting does run in the family. So it still doesn't explain Gohan's pussitude and run first attitude. He's got Kakarot, who's a Saiyan for a dad, so he's half Saiyan himself. So obviously there's part of him that always wants to fight regardless of whether or not he wants to admit it. And you could be like, right. But his human half, that could be where that comes from. But his human half is a chick that's been fighting since she was a kid too. Fighting's in his blood.
Didn't Goku and Chi-Chi meet
They met as kids.
Tournament? Huh?
They met as kids.
I'm saying, did they meet in the tournament or something?
She's the Ox King's daughter. I think he met her when he met the Ox King the first time, which wasn't in a tournament.
Oh, okay.
Though she might have later competed, I don't quite remember. I only read through Dragon Ball once.
Okay, I got you.
But, yeah. Then Bulma, of course, decides to be the one to ruin things by mentioning the Dragon Radar. Like, oh, you can't do anything without the Dragon Radar. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Lord Slug sees Gohan beating the shit out of his soldiers and is like, "That's a Dragon Ball. Hey, where can I find the Dragon Balls? You can't find them without a radar."
Who I think wasn't it Oolong that was like, Bulma, shut the fuck up.
It's either Oolong or Gohan, one or the other. Like, no, Bulma, why? And it's like, God dang it, Bulma. And you know, Lord Slug reads her mind because apparently he can do that. And then he's like, "All right, go find me the Dragon Balls. You have an hour." But sir, okay, never mind. And someone's like, "Dude, shut up. Okay,
right,
yeah, we
right,
got it. So they go to find the Dragon Balls, and I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, these guys take an hour and they find the Dragon Balls. That's cool. Where the hell are Kakarot and the others? And you know, that's all I'm thinking of at the time. Obviously, we'll go into it in a second. But, you know, eventually they come back, and Lord Slug's like, "Aha! I'm old as shit, but I can use the Dragon Balls and wish for eternal youth. Now I'm extra strong." And all I could think was like, see, if you blew it up and then wished them back, even if they were evil assholes, they couldn't make this wish right now, and problems still would have been solved.
They wouldn't have been able to use the Dragon Balls if they got killed and resurrected with the Dragon Balls.
Not immediately, no. Remember, Dragon Balls go on a year-long cooldown after you use them.
Right. I mean, they would have bought time for a year. It still probably would have happened.
They would have been like, "Haha, we're gonna take you over your planets because we're evil assholes," and then Kakarot and them would have been like,
and he wouldn't have been able to get into his prime.
Because he wouldn't have been anywhere near as powerful. That's what I'm saying.
Because apparently, like, Lord Slug in his prime was, like, fucking buff as shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what they say, hindsight's 50-50. So, we keep going with the movie, and you know, it's like, Kakarot, we find Kakarot, and it's like, oh, he was knocked out by the meteor, and that's why he couldn't do anything. The meteor actually took him and Krillin out, and they needed sensu beans. Yet, none of the weak people were. Whatever. All the strong people knocked out by the meteor and needing sensu beans. Weak ones, nah, they're fine.
Yeah, right.
And I will say, though, the music in this movie just
personified the early 2000s. That's all I thought the whole time was, if this does not sound like the early 2000s alternative rock and new metal type music.
There was even some Disturbed in there. I'm like, okay, this is straight up Disturbed. I know this is Disturbed. Yeah, what Stupefy was playing later in the movie. I'm like, wow, they literally just like, hey, let's take some. Apparently, according to the credits, there were quite a few Finger 11 songs, which I've never heard of Finger 11, but apparently a lot of the songs were them. Or rather, I wouldn't be able to point out a Finger 11 song, but yes, I have heard of them.
But no, like, I remember, like, when I was watching this, I was like, if this don't sound like the early 2000s happening all over again.
And then it was, then you see the main, like, henchmen. The, like, three big henchmen of the bad guy. And it's like, okay, you got the big stupid one, you got the, I'm cool and relax. And then you got the green guy. And in all honesty, whatever they smoked or drank to come up with the green guy, keep it away from me. I don't want it.
His eyes were like...
And then he's like, I'm gonna attack you with my minions. Oh my god, they were fucking Naruto hand signs. Yeah, just like, okay, man, you got it, whatever, weirdo.
And then his like Cyberman Cell Jr. things attached to Gohan and drained his energy.
Yeah, but of course Piccolo comes in to save the day, make sure Gohan doesn't, you know, die immediately. Orange guy tries to attack him like, I'm big and strong and stupid, and just gets straight up bodied, like, free.
Like, crushed his hand, right?
Yeah, just like, I'm Piccolo, nigga. Breaks his hand. And, like, well, I guess you screwed, and just kills him. It's like, alright. Meanwhile, green guy's like, I'm gonna kill the little kid because I'm fucking wacky. Tries to shoot some things. Piccolo jumps in to protect him. And meantime, the green guy tries to shoot, or no, the other guy tries to grab Piccolo. Piccolo shoots some eye lasers at him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has eye lasers. Again, something that you forget about this. What can't Namex do? But okay, eye lasers. Nonetheless, still has to try and block Gohan from exploding, and that takes Piccolo out the fight. Kakarot shows up to save the day, picks up Gohan, congratulates it. I'm like, you know what? See, now this is an appropriate moment to congratulate Gohan on what he was doing.
He tried in the Tree of Might.
But he tried by being... he did... But it wasn't you tried. In fact, it was you did well. There's a difference between, hey, you gave it your... In fact, he needed to switch the comments from last movie and this one. Last movie, he could have been like, you were very brave. Even though, I mean, let's face it, it's Gohan. But this movie... And then this movie have the one where it's like, you did good. You know what I mean? I think the comments would have been more appropriate. I know it's nitpicking, but, you know, that's what reviewing is.
Super nitpicking.
That's what reviewing is. But that, and I was just mainly trying to continue a string from the last one. Just like, you know how I complained about it last time? This is kind of more the situation where I would have been more okay with it.
Did you just break the fourth wall?
I did when we started. I said hello.
I'm being dumb, dude.
Clearly.
Anyway, what happened next?
There is no fourth wall. Alright, so, you know, Goku gets attacked by the henchman, and Krillin's like, oh no, Goku, don't! And I'm like, really, Krillin? You've known this guy your whole life, and you really think he'd be taken out by whatever it was they did to him at the time? Meanwhile, Goku just bodies them, and then Lord Slug comes out and Krillin's like, I got this! No, Krillin, don't! Ah!
Right, now that's one of those no-don't. Krillin always gets his ass whooped, and he did.
Yeah, starting in Z, which it sucks, because he used to be so cool. Like, he used to be just as, you know, important as Goku back in Ball, but, you know, obviously a lot of people that were good in Ball aren't necessarily as good in Ball Z. Cough, cough, Yamcha. But, you know, and sure enough, like, he starts fighting Lord Slug, isn't doing that well, in fact, because Lord Slug's like, look at me, I'm young again, and I'm gonna beat the shit out of you.
He was bugging shit, and he was whooping some ass, dude.
And then, you know, King Kai's like, Goku, you can't do it! And I'm like...
Wait, can we talk about this random King Kai exposition in every Dragon Ball Z movie? It's like, because before he started talking to Goku about this stuff about Lord Slug and everything, early on when the media first hitting all this stuff, he was like, King Kai's here. And I'm like, look, when did you get here, King Kai? How? Explain, please. Like, I'm like Kanye. How? How, Sway? How? You know, before he started explaining to them about Lord Slug and all this Elder Namek shit, I was like, look, how in the fuck are you here again?
Yeah. But my thing is, he starts talking to Goku. I'm like, okay, so he knows so this movie, he knows King Kai, but not the Kaioken, because he's not using it, you know, at this point in the movie. And I'm like, okay, yeah, the King Kai's talking to him. Wait, what? Did he just go No, that's not actually Super Saiyan, but it's not Kaioken, it's something.
King Kai managed
and then King Kai's like, he's the legendary Super Saiyan. And then, like, he breaks Lord Slug's, like, arm, and Lord Slug's like, I'll grow a new one. And he's like, wait a second, you're a... Takes off the helmet. Yes, I'm a Namek. And it's like, so if you guys know that Namek exists and know what Namekians are, but you don't know, but you're not actually Super Saiyan yet. I know, but jeez, it bothers me. Yeah, the non-canonity is very, very obvious, and that's my point. You tried to act like it is, but you can't when you do things like this. But and then King Kai's like, watch out, Goku. He's a super Namek, and that means he can be as tall as a skyscraper. No, That's not what a super Namek is. What? Like W-U-T. What? Or what?
He said, no.
That's not what a super Namek is. He is something completely different. No, I'm not gonna lie. He's freaking scary because, I mean, he got a hell of a lot more screen time beating the shit out of Kakarot than Turles did.
Yeah, true. What's his name? No, it's almost like when they were coming up with Lord Slug, it was like they had watched the episode of Power Rangers where it was like the bad guy would start getting beat up and then Rita would throw the staff down and they would grow.
Make my monster grow!
And then Lord Slug just ah. And one more thing before we move on too.
Oh,
I was actually, because I had never seen this one. This is a movie I hadn't seen, and I was in the whole time I was like, is Lord Slug gonna grow? I was waiting for him to grow because I remembered that you could grow Lord Slug from the video games.
Yeah.
So I'm like, doesn't he? Is he supposed to be able to? When does he do that? You know. So yeah.
He's a super Namek. Okay, sure. I also love how DBZ is really, like, lazy sometimes when it comes to naming power-ups. It's like,
oh, super Namek.
I'm a super whatever I am. What race am I? Namek? Alright, I'm a super Namek, yeah.
Well, name,
I'm surprised Frieza didn't go, oh, instead of going to my next floor, it's like, I'm now Super Frieza. I'm Super Frieza 2. I'm Super Frieza 3.
Well, I mean, it really was kind of like that. It was just my second form, third form, and final form.
Which the best part about Frieza is that final form Frieza is base form Frieza. That's the best part about it. He made 3 weaker forms for himself.
And then that's the form that ended up killing Goku's dad. What the fuck?
The Saiyans... It was like 40 years ago. Like 30 or 40 Earth years ago. You know, it was a while ago. Things happened. But,
So what happened next?
Goku's like fighting, and he's getting, wrecked. He starts trying to ask people for their energy, but it doesn't look like it's working that well. Piccolo does what little bit he can to try and help. He starts getting beat up, and Goku's like unconscious at this point. And Piccolo like gets an idea. Oh wait, he's a super Namek. Hey Gohan, do that thing from earlier. What are you talking about? Do it. Oh, you mean the whistling? Yeah. And Piccolo like rips off his own ears or gouges out his ears, just like, do it. And I'm like, wow, this must have really bothered him. I thought it was just because Gohan was annoying, but no, that whistling. It was the whistling.
He ripped off his ears, but could still hear.
He's like, do it. I don't even know if he could. I think he just kept yelling, do it, do it, do it. Because Gohan did technically start doing it. And he just still was yelling, do it, Gohan! Start now! So
that is true. Early in the movie, you thought that he was just annoying the fuck out of him because he was like, Serenity.
And he probably
like,
was.
Stop.
Yeah, he's like, no better sound than the sound of a waterfall and relaxing. Hey Piccolo, look what we can do! Shaking my ass, Dragon shaking his ass.
There was like 3 good seconds of Gohan shaking his ass. You know?
I didn't.
They just let the camera stop.
But yeah, it's just like looking back at the camera, like
in slow motion, like
why? Please, no, get off my screen, please. But Piccolo, Lord Slug, of course, gets affected by this whistling, apparently like 10 times as much because, we need a reason.
Well, 10 times.
Super hearing and like 10 times everything because he's a super Namek. Super Namek, super hearing. Because,
right.
Why not? Actually, I will give them that. Because Nameks do have stupid, ridiculous hearings.
Because can't Piccolo, hear stuff on Earth when he's on Namek and shit?
Not when he's on Namek, no.
Oh.
But when he's in, King Kai, or Kami's Lookout.
Okay.
Or he was able to perfectly eavesdrop on Kakarot and Trunks talking to each other, damn near a mile away when Trunks came from the future to warn everybody.
True.
He's the only reason that Goku was actually able to warn people about the androids, because Goku being Kakarot, or you know what I mean. Goku being Goku forgot almost everything almost immediately. Like, we're supposed to,
Save somebody.
I'll tell them.
You got to get to the part too where what's his name? Piccolo went on top of Lord Slug's head. It was like, if you're a Namek like me, then I know this is gonna hurt you. Yeah, it hurt. It hurt. Huh?
It's the same thing as when Kakarot grabbed, or when somebody tried to grab Vegeta and Nappa's tail. I think when Piccolo tried to grab Nappa's tail. Like, aha, you're saying the tails, you know, that hurts you. You've been hanging around Raditz too much.
But I mean, no, it didn't like hurt Lord Slug when
it got him off of him.
But it hurt him a little bit.
Yeah, it did make an impact, but it wasn't quite the same as, nigga, you've been hanging around Raditz too much. It was just like, ow. Get off of my head.
The whistling, though, that whistling fucked him up.
Yeah, and so Piccolo, now he's the one being squeezed. He's like, Goku, reach out, let me give you your energy. Come on, Goku, you gotta do something. I'm like, Piccolo.
Goku, reach further.
Goku, I'm like, Piccolo, if there's one thing I know that you Nameks can do, because I saw you do it in the series, stretch your fucking arm!
You were thinking that too?
Yes! Stretch your fucking arm!
But no, what I was saying besides
So
that,
what if you break your bones? Rip it off, grow a new one!
What I was thinking besides even that was, before he pulled him away from Goku, he was hovering over his hand saying, come on, Goku. I'm like, dude, drop your hand down. Like, just do this.
There was like so much he could have done to make that a lot easier of a process.
Like, what the y'all are making a dramatic scene out of something that doesn't have to be dramatic. Like,
yeah. So Goku gets his energy, like, you gave me your energy. Now we can do this. Starts fighting, and then he goes, Kaioken! I'm like, oh, okay, so he does know the Kaioken. Don't know why you didn't use that earlier.
I missed him say Kaioken in this one too. Anyway.
I'm like, you didn't use it earlier in the movie, but okay, you used it now when he's like 5 times your size. But okay, well, do what you can. Punches right through him, big ass hole through the man's body, and I'm like, well, fuck.
There you go.
Jeez, well, damn.
That's thinking with your dipstick, Jimmy.
Oh man, I'm trying to remember what happened, because apparently something made me put the note right after that about the non-canonitude of this movie. But we've already covered that.
He flew above the clouds and was like trying to get the energy from the sun or something.
Oh yeah, that was another. That was the thing I was gonna say after that though. It's like, okay, Kakarot. I think it's the fact that he could do the spirit bomb yet again, but it's like, okay, Kakarot. If you can just use the sun for a spirit bomb, why don't you just do that more often? Why do you have to spend a half hour standing still when you can literally just be like, ooh, the sun! Enough energy!
Yeah, like when he's on Earth fighting somebody, and he like stands there and asks everybody on Earth to hold their hands to get the energy. Why not just fly up to the damn sun? You know, I never thought about that, but yeah.
It's like, oh wait, I know why. You're a Saiyan, and Saiyans don't like doing things the easy way. Fair enough.
Fuck, they don't.
Fair enough. I guess I answered my own question. You're a Saiyan. That's right. You guys are stupid. It's what it is.
Nameks like doing stuff the easy way. Saiyans don't.
Nah.
Because if you think about it, Piccolo's always like, why don't we just...
Yeah. Although Piccolo has his dumb moments, don't get me wrong. 'Cause he's got
like what we just talked about with this bullshit.
Well, yeah, that and just some moments throughout the series. I can't think of any immediately off the top of my head, but I know I've seen it because I made comments with like friends where he's just like, a warrior likes to fight and do this. Actually, I think he was one of the people that was against actually killing the androids before they actually like showed up, because he was like, oh man, it would be a good fight. While Krillin's like, or Krillin or Bulma were like, why don't we just wish to know the location of Dr. Gero's lab and kill him now? 2 years before these androids are supposed to be done. Let's just do that. No, don't do it. I want to fight. Don't any of you let Vegeta like, don't let any of you destroy those androids. I'll kill you where you stand. And Piccolo's like, yeah, I want to fight too. And so was Tien. Meanwhile, Yamcha, Krillin, and Bulma are like, is that really a bad idea? Meanwhile, Krillin came around only because he's like, hey, Vegeta is kind of okay with fighting with us on this thing. Might be good to have him as an ally, because if we'd have no androids to fight, he might just decide to fight us. Good idea. Alright, let's do this.
That's not too much longer after Vegeta became good, right? Or,
oh, that was pretty much as it was happening. It was literally right after Namek. Because it goes Namek into the Android Saga.
Because Vegeta started becoming good around the Ginyu Frieza saga.
Well, yeah, technically he worked with them, but he still, while he was on Namek, killed the whole Namek village. He was still serving his own interests.
Right.
But, yeah, so Goku, Spirit Bomb, kills Lord Slug. Lord Slug is dead.
Not a big Spirit Bomb, though. About,
yeah, it was early series Spirit Bomb. Like I said, Buu Saga and Namek Saga Spirit Bomb, completely different things from like when you first see it. It was just a tiny like ball. Yeah, but yeah. So kills him. It's like congratulations, Lord Slug is defeated. And then I'm trying to remember exactly how they wrapped it up, aside from Master Roshi waking up being like, man, I wish some interesting things would happen. Yeah, I'm going to exercise now.
And I was like, oh, you.
Yeah, exactly. I remember when you mattered, too. But,
that was a much bigger deal in Dragon Ball. That I do remember.
Yeah. Jackie Chun!
That bullshit.
Hey, Jackie Chun is the shit. I would not fuck with Jackie Chun.
I mean, the fact that they called him Jackie Chun.
Nigga blew up the moon.
Yeah, didn't he?
Yeah. And it was a big deal when he did it, too.
I don't remember how it wrapped up, per se.
Yeah, aside from, like, they beat him, and, they beat him... I don't remember how it wrapped up either. It's like laughing like, hey, oh, sensu beans I think were given out.
Yeah, and then like he gave a sensu bean to like Piccolo. No, he gave a sensu bean to Goku. Piccolo was like, give me a sensu bean. And he's like, here. And then Krillin was like, I don't get one. Like, oh, stop whining. I was like, really, Yajirobe? You gonna do Krillin like that? Really?
You know Krillin longer than you to know Piccolo's green ass.
I'm like, you gonna give Goku one. Piccolo like gonna bully you into giving him one. Krillin asked nicely, and you gonna pretty much call him a bitch. Like what? Come on now.
That's how you know. That's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you find out who your true homies are, or who your true friends are. Like that's how you know he's just like, nah, you shut up and quit bitching. What?
Like, but he was just bitching and hurt, but I'm bitching. Like Goku was just bitching.
And Gohan's like, your ears. Oh yeah. I'm a Namek, I can do that. Because it's really hard to fucking kill that species, yet they die all the time. I mean, they regrow body parts. Namek DNA is the whole reason Cell was supposed to be so hard to kill.
Yeah.
So it's like... whatever.
And Cell did, do some like limb regrowing and shit.
Cell did some. I'm growing from like a single like pulsating thing.
From a cell.
But yeah, so that was the movie. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. As much as we like joked about something, that's the whole point of reviews. You joke about like the movie while you talk about it, and if something really does bother you, you say it. But yeah, I liked it. It wasn't bad.
Like I said, I think out of 1, 2, 3, 4, I think Tree of Might is the mark where the movies, like I said, start to kind of turn for the better. and get even better, like drawing wise, action, all that stuff. This one I was very, very pleased as I was watching as to like
I liked it
how
more than
well,
Tree of Might.
huh?
I liked it more than Tree of Might. I'm not gonna lie to
Right,
you.
no, I did too.
Yeah.
I was very pleased with this one as to how well the story was told. You know, I actually liked Lord Slug. First of all, we got a bad guy that I liked. You know,
Yeah.
and there was enough, like action where it wasn't like, we're gonna spend all this time telling you about the bad guy and then he's gonna get defeated in 5 minutes. No, like there was enough action and fighting and build up, and the fight was, kind of worth something. So when he, I like this one.
He was a legit threat.
Yeah,
Wasn't no
and
super Namek, but he was a legit threat.
super Nami.
But I diverge. Oh no, it's digress. I digress.
But if you diverge, you're gonna go into it more.
No, I will not
yeah.
delve or diverge. I will digress. But the
Hey,
bottom line is,
I was very, very entertained with Lord Slug, and surprisingly, because I thought with a name like Lord Slug, this movie was going to be pretty stupid.
I'm not gonna lie. It was my first time seeing it, and I thought the same thing. Like my first time seeing actually the movie, and I thought the same thing. Because I think the last time I saw anything related to Lord Slug, aside from seeing him in video games, was when like Team 4 Star did a parody of it like 5 years ago.
All all I know of Lord Slug was the video game. So,
Yeah. So, I guess it's. What do we rate this?
well, we give Tree of Might like a 6.5. I think
I
I gave
think
it
that's what we gave it. Yeah, I think we agreed.
7.5. Not quite an 8. 7.5.
Yeah, I like that.
Although I feel like I might want to give it an 8. I don't know.
I don't know about 8, because I feel like there might. I didn't feel an 8 coming off of it. I will say
I think
7.5 is, for me, is probably as high as I'd go.
I feel you on that. Yeah, because I know there's some DBZ movies I like more than this. I don't know if there's a DBZ movie that I would give it to off the top of my head though.
Did you
Huh.
give a 10 to? Is that what you
No,
said?
I was just trying to. I was kind of thinking of what I've seen, and I don't know if there's a movie I would give it to. Yeah, a DBZ movie.
To be honest, like, I don't either, but that's also a good reason for us to watch these, because I didn't think I'd be getting anything either. Like, DBZ's great. Their movies, but actually, no. Well, no. Even then, I'd probably only give it a 9.5 or something. But yeah, I can think of some movies that I'd give at least 9s to.
Oh
But
yeah,
we'll get
yeah,
into that.
like 8 9s definitely. 10s, I'm not sure. The next movie. Now I was looking. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. The next movie would be cooler, but if we're doing the specials, it looks like the next movie is Trunks. History of Trunks.
History of Trunks.
Looks
Should
like.
we do History of Trunks or should we do Bardock? Because that story-wise would take place before Namek.
Well, this is the thing, right?
The special came out after the History of Trunks special, right?
History of Trunks came out October 25th, 2000. Bardock came out January 10th, 2001.
Fair enough.
So the thing is,
Those are hella close together.
fuck yeah. But the thing is, as far as like time, History of Trunks came out first. But as far as like the story
Yeah.
of DBC, Bardock is first.
I'm up with either of those.
And then the thing about it too, though, is Bardock kind of can fit before or after because it's not, it's definitely not,
Yeah.
it canon or in the story because it's a different whole thing.
Yeah. I'd say we can do History of Trunks.
Okay, History of Trunks next.
Yeah.
All right, and I own this one. I told you I got a dual pack that's got Bardock and History of Trunks in it, so
Hmm.
I'll just rewatch mine. I remember both of them being pretty good, man.
Yeah, I actually like both of those. I like them. Didn't realize that they were not movies. Always considered them in the movie category. I don't know what 2 movies I always removed when I was like, there's 13 movies. 2 of which are those.
Right.
But
So watch what is it, History of Trunks, then Bardock Father Goku, and then get back to Cooler's Revenge?
Probably a good idea, yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
Yep. So next time that we do one of these kind of reviews, it'll be that. In the meantime, that is what we're probably going to leave you guys today. We both agree at about a 7.5 for Lord Slug. Better than Tree of Might, not necessarily better than some of the movies that are be coming down the line, but it was still enjoyable to watch, at least for us. Which, you know, we're both like DBZ fans, not too Saiyajins, but you know, we like the series a lot. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. In the meantime, you can find Jazz on his channel, Same Difference, and you can find me on Twitch and at twitch.tv/geotavi, also on this YouTube channel, which I don't really need to tell you where you can find that. I also am on Twitter, and I kind of you follow at geotavi there as well. If you follow me on Twitter, it posts whenever I do go live for streaming. If you're not into streaming, then whatever, it's not for you. Meanwhile, Jazz is also on SoundCloud, right? Here, I'll let you say where you are.
I'm about to say, yeah, Jazz. I'm Jazz, and I'm my friend Darius. We have our channel that my good friend Amari here was talking about. Same Difference. Check us out, and we do new videos every Sunday and Wednesday at the very latest, Monday and Thursday. And then we also, as he was saying, we are on SoundCloud under Same Difference. We do the Out of Pocket podcast. Why out of pocket? Because everything for the channel is out of our fucking pocket. And that is the first and third Tuesday of every month. We post our first Tuesday of the month. We post a podcast where we talk about current events, viral videos, and do an album review. And then the third one is a little more conversationally, and we just talk about some random topics like our views on politics, tell stories, things like that.
There we go. So, with that, we will all see you next time. Thank you very much. Adiosness. Adieu.